Alright, so it's been a hot minute since I updated everyone on the garden, on the Gardening with Sammy channel. So I'm going to let everyone in on what I've been doing. I've done a lot. Plants have grown a lot. Some of the bell peppers are already trying to get flowers, which I don't think they'll bloom anything. They're too little. So this is one of my beefsteak tomatoes. These are the other ones. I've planted several. I'm keeping 5 more of these, and then I'm gonna sell the rest. I think I have 1 already in reserve. These are all bell peppers. I'm keeping all these ones. I'm not selling any more of my bell peppers. I'm largely keeping what I grew. This is a potato that decided to join the party. I don't think anything's gonna happen with it, but it's kind of a whatever type of situation. And the carrots are doing great. They were supposed to be due a long time ago, and they just are not done growing. I don't know how much longer they're gonna be, but it said around 90 days, and they're just like, this right here is like the biggest one. But they're not done. We invested in a blueberry bush. She has not produced anything yet. I don't quite know when they yield, but we'll see. And then this is just, there's nothing here yet. I tried strawberries and they just didn't take, which is okay. I got to de-weed this pretty badly, actually, now that I look at it. The clovers just will not stop growing here. And I gotta cut this goofy bitch back, because she's trying to go elsewhere. I don't want her to go anywhere else. I kind of just want the raspberry bush to stay where she's at, so I gotta cut her back and encourage her to bloom some. So, but if we go around back, I've done other things. I've done quite a bit of DIY gardening, like for raised garden beds and shit like that. So, and I invested in a new hose, because if I'm gonna have this many plants, I was gonna need a longer hose. These are my raised beds. I got more beefsteaks, putting 5 more in this one. I got 10 of the bell peppers in here, so they're doing good. And then that drum there has to be cut in half, cleaned, and then the same thing is gonna happen. I'm gonna put more plants in here. But yeah, I invested, or I should say my partner bought me, because I requested a longer hose. And so he got me a 100-foot hose, so I can, on either side of the house, I can reach every plant that we own and that we're growing. But largely I haven't done anything else. I've just been working on these guys. I did purchase peas. I think it's the first, it's the first 13, and then I have glass gem corn, which I'm gonna use. I'm gonna dry it once I do grow it, and I'm gonna use it to make popcorn, because apparently glass gem makes amazing fluffy popcorn when dried. So I'm gonna grow it. I'm gonna save some kernels for replanting, and then I'm going to use the rest for popcorn. I think it'll be an interesting harvest. I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff, because I didn't have all the supplies I needed to grow everything, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna wind up with some plants that aren't even gonna bloom this year. They're not gonna yield anything, But the raised garden beds, all those are going to be able to be covered. So I'm off camera for a second. I'm also trying to cook my lunch. So, but pretty much everything. I mean, if I do get some stuff this year, that's great. If I don't, I'm not going to complain too much. It is what it is. I did start doing things later in the season, so hopefully we get some good plants though, and they give some good stuff. But like I said, I am going to be covering everything this winter. I'm going to build greenhouse covers for my outdoor plants that are in the planters. And then we are fresh out of butter. That sucks. Once we get everything started and going, I think it's going to be a nice setup to have. Because my partner eats a lot of tomatoes. He loves tomatoes. On just about every sandwich he has, there's a tomato. He wants to make salsa, so I figured, tomatoes, bell peppers. I'll probably wind up having to buy, because I'm not growing them right now, the spicy peppers, so like jalapenos and stuff like that for salsa, along with onions. But once I have everything growing, we'll be able to make our own homemade salsas. We'll be able to make our own homemade sauces, fresh produce stand, whole nine. But yeah, that's been about it as far as the garden goes. I will probably have you guys tune in for when I make the other raised garden bed, because they're pretty simple to make. Really, I'm just cutting the barrels in half. This last barrel, I haven't cut any of them. I helped cut one by holding it because they roll. But this last one, I'm not cutting at all. My partner is going to cut it again. And I'll just show you guys how I did it, how I prop them up, how I make sure that they stay put. And that's it. There's nothing to the setup I'm doing. The barrels didn't cost a dime. They were not in use. They were old barrels from one of the factories nearby. As long as they're cleaned and disinfected, they work just fine for plants. Haven't had any issues. So yeah, that's about it. But that's the update with gardening with Sammy. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will stay in touch this time now that I have more time. Have a good one.